How's everybody tonight? It's a pretty good crowd. I'm used to this. I'm from a family of 8 kids, so it's like, this is actually about my size. 8 kids. That's a lot. We had 10, but my parents hired a babysitter who was also a veterinarian and said, put him to sleep at 9. So we lost 2 that way. It's not tragic. But, my parents had this philosophy about child rearing where you treat them like pit bulls. You don't touch them when you're out in public because they get all red and angry. Once you get home, rip their heads off. Kind of nasty. Yeah, 8 kids. Man, that's a shitload of kids. That's like a basketball team. My older brother and I, we used to play a lot of pranks on each other. I don't know if you guys have an older brother. Nobody does. Fantastic. Now, he used to sneak into my room late at night and put a bunch of shaving cream on my hand and then tickle my nose, and I'd be like, wake up, he's like laughing. So I got him back. I snuck into his room while he was asleep one night, and I lobotomized him. Yeah, when he woke up from the coma, and I called him from juvie, I was like, who wins now? Yeah, that's right. But he recently got me back. He stole my cell phone, and he replaced the ringtone with the sound of a really loud fart. And then he calls me while I'm in line at Starbucks, and he's like, I'm just standing there, waiting to order my venti, latte, mucho, breve, whatever the hell it is. And I just hear, oh my God, that sounded close. And I felt my pants vibrate. I think it was me. Everyone else assumed it as well. But he actually gave me a really good idea. So now whenever I'm out in public and I fart really loud, I just go like this. It's my new ringtone. Yeah, that stench, latest technology. I'll bet your phone doesn't do that. It's really good cover. Now, I'm a big technology buff. I'm pretty good with computers, but every now and then, I get a little stuck and I have to call tech support. And I'm sure you guys have all called tech support and you know that you're going to talk to someone half a world away and you're not going to understand a word they say. So I call up and I'm like, hey, I'm having a bit of a problem with my mouse. And this guy, no joke, says, oh, I had a good backhand across the whiskers, gets her working again. I was like, oh my God, they're outsourcing to Disney. At least I didn't get Donald Duck this time. I can't understand that guy. I go, no, really, it got so hot, it burned my fingers. He's like, all 3 of them? I enjoyed that one. Thank you for enjoying that one too. But no, there's a downside of technology, which is spam. I tend to get a lot of it. Like especially these penis enlargement spams. I guess it's not really spam if you need it, that's more like serendipity. I get these things and they try to trick your spam filters by using all these euphemisms. It's like porno ad-libs, mad-libs, I guess. But they'll say things like, whopper size your ombre piston to make your chica shrika. You're not fooling anybody. I got a spam the other day actually offering to sell me Girl Scout cookies. I was like, that's really random and weird. And then a Girl Scout showed up at my door selling Viagra. I see. I think she gave me a virus too. Ew, Girl Scouts, they gross. I live in Brooklyn as well. I was one of those guys going, hey, Brooklyn! Woo! He's like, Brooklyn, and I look like Manhattan, but I'm from Brooklyn. I like that little subterfuge. But I love living in the city. I wasn't originally from Brooklyn, and when I first moved to Brooklyn, one of the first things you learn about New York City is that on a crowded train, when there's an empty seat, there's a damn good reason that seat is empty. I sat down next to a guy and he's just looking over at me going, should I listen to the aliens and lick his face? And I'm like, all right, note to self. Everyone's standing for a reason. They actually need like a public service announcement. They need to have the conductor announce these things for you. They'll come up and they'll say, There's 42nd Street, 34th Street is next. There's a crazy guy who will bite your nose in car 7. There's a pool of vomit in car 9. We recommend car 1. The only people there are wearing iPods and they don't make eye contact. Stand clear of the closing doors. No, they actually just recently built an IKEA in my neighborhood in Brooklyn. You guys, yeah, IKEA, I love cheap furniture. They built that thing so fast. There was like, I think it came in a box the size of a loaf of bread. They built the entire building with 2 guys, an Allen wrench, and instructions written in Swedish. And if you're anything like me, there's like 9 very important looking parts left over. The back wall is upside down and backwards. And the door doesn't shut because the whole place is really crooked. It's a much better place in my neighborhood for couches. And that's the strip club. Much more comfortable couches. All right, thanks a lot, guys. That's my time.